You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. This is our final week coming to you from the First Baptist Church here in New London. And joining us today is Tracy Coverdale and Bill Ross will join me to talk about the Kearsarge Food Pantry and how you can help and use it if the need arises. And I'll be joined here with Pastor Glidewell to hear about an annual ecumenical gathering to tell the story of the Nativity of Christ. Ashley Rowley, the Executive Director of the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce, will give us an incentive to shop local this year when buying your gifts. And we'll close with the last 3 videos of the Kearsarge Food Hub on the New England Young Fishermen's Alliance. But first, a few words from the good businesses that make it possible for us to continue as YCN, your local view. Please stay with us.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the First Baptist Church here in New London. And I'm now joined by 2 volunteers of the food pantry, Bill Ross and Tracy Coverdale. Thanks for joining me. And you are feeling a lot more business and pressure, I'm sure. Bill, tell us about the food pantry as a whole for those that don't know about it.
Sure. This food pantry is an organization that serves people from 14 communities. So we cover a fairly large geographic area. We are entirely funded by donation, and we are, of course, blessed to be in communities that are so concerned about their neighbors. And of course, as you point out, right now we're seeing a whole lot more business at the food pantry, a lot more clients. Although I will say, I had the opportunity to serve a client this past month who hadn't had to come for 5 months. So it's not necessarily the sort of thing that a household comes to every single week or every 2 weeks. sometimes it's just a fill in a gap. They miss a few days of work, and all of a sudden they feel it.
Yeah. And how are you doing as a food pantry based on, I mean, it's a trickle effect, right? The need is higher, but you need donations to be higher. How are you doing supply-wise?
We're actually we're doing very well because the community is so supportive. Last evening, this is Thursday, right? Yeah, last evening, some folks from Snow Construction just showed up with a box of food that they'd collected. I mean, it's just the previous week, someone walked in, gave $100 and said, "Here, do what you can with what I can give you."
And it's a classic. If everyone just gave a little bit, what it would do to help and sustain it.
And in all honesty, that really is what happens. We aren't recipients of really large donations for the most part. We'll have 100 different organizations do a small collection over the course of a year.
And that adds up.
And it absolutely adds up.
Do you have partnerships with other grocers or farms or
Absolutely.
things like that?
We have partnerships with Hannaford's and with Shaw's, and we're able to get Market Basket and able to get really low prices. Sometimes our Market Basket has been very good about low price supplies for us. For the most part, we're buying the supplies we need that don't come in the door as a donation, but the local partnerships, Sweet Beet Market, certainly Spring Ledge, a couple of small local farms that we've partnered with. So we do quite well in that regard. And then there are a whole lot of household gardeners that will just show up with a box load of tomatoes that they grew.
Cucumbers did really well this summer, and people were like giving them away.
The cucumbers were the zucchini of 2025. So all of those things add up
and make it happen. Tracy, we should mention right off the bat that anyone can participate in coming to the food pantry, and you were going to talk about the process so that people have an understanding of I could really use the help, but maybe they don't entirely know how to do it when they come.
So the food pantry is located in the back of the First Baptist Church, and when the food pantry is open, there is a sign out on the corner of Main Street and Job Siemens Road with arrows, and then the volunteers will come out with a binder, and in the binder is basically a menu for the night, and at the top you put your name and your phone number in your town, and then it asks how many people are in the household, and then you just check off what you would like from the food pantry, and the volunteers will come back out. They take your binder, they take it into the food pantry, and there's a team in there that takes the things out of the freezers, refrigerators, and off the shelves, and will bring them back out and put them in the back of your trunk. And if you have never been, there's a check box there where you check first time visitor, and they will come back with a client registration form for you, which just asks general information. And then all we want is something that shows you're a resident of one of the 13 towns.
Okay.
Many people are coming because groceries are higher and their incomes just don't stretch it. Other people come because of an injury and they're out of work, maybe a car repair, maybe you need to put in a new furnace. No questions are ever asked.
Amazing.
And the volunteer group is just a really positive group of people who, hey, we're here to help, and it's fun because as you do it, people get to know you too. And
that's nice
some
too.
Going there.
For people that want more information, where can people find that?
Well, we have a website that they can visit, and there's also a Facebook page that we can use to share information about maybe current needs or if we're closed because of weather or that sort of thing.
Amazing. Well, everyone should take you up on this offer if there is a need, and it's sad times that it's now more than ever, but thank you for being that option for people.
And anyone that's interested in donations, they should reach out to us as well.
Great. Thank you both so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
When we return, I'll be joined here with Pastor Glidewell to hear about an annual ecumenical gathering to tell the story of the Nativity of Christ. So stay with us on your Yankee Chronicle, your local view.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the First Baptist Church here in New London. We always seem to pop in and say hi and hear what's going on in the month of November. And I'm now joined by Pastor Charles Glidewell. Hello, Charles.
Hi.
Thanks for always hosting us this time of year.
Back.
And we were just saying before we started, it's a busy time of year here at the church.
It is.
But there's probably never too much of a lull time.
Not too much of one, no.
We're getting into the holiday season, which is incredible to believe and think about. You have a lot of programming that happens this time of year, but let's talk about Lessons and Carols.
Yeah, that's a big one every year. Very popular. People love it. Been happening certainly for as long as I've been here, and even longer, maybe 30 years. The church has been doing that.
How long have you been here?
I'm in my 15th year here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You could have told me it was 5. That flew by, as I'm sure it did for you.
Sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes it doesn't. You know how that goes.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. So for those that don't know about Lessons and Carols, what's it involve?
Yeah, what it involves is it's at a macro level, it's a celebration of the story of redemption and a remembrance of the story of redemption. So it's a service of 9 lessons and 9 carols. We can talk about the lessons first. You start reading in Genesis at what we call the fall and read 9 lessons up to the coming of Jesus.
Wow.
We read the reading there in the Gospel of John, John chapter 1, verses 1 through 14, about the coming of Christ.
Okay.
And then the carols are, they sort of do the same thing. We sing 9 carols, again, that tell the story of redemption, and the community is invited to participate in the service. So it's an ecumenical service. So our church participates, and then the Episcopal Church, KCPC, and the Catholic Church, Our Lady of Fatima. But everyone's welcome. And so the community choir makes up the choir for that evening, and Dave Chaves, our music director, does a wonderful job. So they meet for rehearsal the Saturday before, rehearse those hymns, and
amazing. And this is, there's a lot of times that churches in the area you work together, but what a special time during the holidays too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, open to the public, all are invited to attend, and all can participate too.
Correct.
Yeah.
You don't have to belong to a church, in other words, to be a part of the choir.
Amazing.
For that evening. Yeah, if you want to be a part of it, just give us a call in the church office and we'll let you know the details about when and where to be.
We should say when it is.
Yep. So Lessons and Carols this year will be December 14th at 4 p.m.
Great, right here. Have you always been the host?
We have, yeah.
And has it always been the same churches that have participated?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, those same 4.
And I know there's other holiday things to talk about. You're still doing the Christmas Eve service as always.
As always, Christmas Eve, here at 5:30 and 7, 2 services.
Great.
Can't pack everyone into one, which is a good thing.
It's always packed.
It's always packed, yeah.
And the live creche out front.
The live creche out front.
That's a childhood memory of mine. To always
As
be
it
out
is for
there.
many.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, we didn't do it one year, and we heard about that. So
I'm sure you did. Yeah, and it was always the best way to end the Christmas Eve service, and it was always fun to see who's who out there and things like that. So
that's right.
And for people who want more information, I'm sure visit the website.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Charles, thank you so much for joining me. Happy holiday season. It's crazy that we're in this time of year. It was flurrying this morning in London, which makes it feel ever so real. But thank you for being the host of us these last 3 weeks, and happy holidays to you.
Good to see you, Abby.
Thank you. When we return, Ashley Rowley will give us one more good reason to buy local when it comes to gifts. Stay with us on YCN, Your Local View, for a word from one of our supporters. Your business could be an underwriter of our programming by contacting us at info@ycnnow.com to learn more.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, Ecumenical, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, where, and when show of the Lake Sunapee region. I'm your host, Abby Peel. In our campaign to encourage you to support your local businesses, we are now joined by our friend Ashley Rowley for another good reason. Hi, Ashley.
Thanks, Abby. We are very excited here because it is the holiday season, whether or not you like it. I know some people are still kind of hesitant, holding out. Thanksgiving's around the corner, those kinds of pieces. But we are here for Holiday Shop Local season. I'm Ashley Rowley, the director for the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce. And we have our Holiday Shop Local with our tri-chambers. We're very excited once again. We've done this for a few years now, and every year it gets bigger and better. So you're going to see this poster, you're going to see this flyer at participating businesses. Shop local this holiday season. As a reminder, for chambers, this is one of our biggest elements to the work we do. Promotion of small businesses, our local economy, making sure residents and travelers and other businesses know that when they contribute to our local economy and they spend their dollars in their Main Street businesses, that money stays local. $100 spent locally means $68 stays in your community. So as chambers, we love to tout that message, especially this time of year. It's very, very important to make sure that our businesses know we support them, we appreciate them, and then we're going to support them not just in the holiday season, but also all year long. So our tri-chambers are the Greater Claremont Chamber of Commerce, the Newport Area Chamber of Commerce, and us here at the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce. So we have a little bit of a program for you. So if you aren't familiar with this is our Holiday Shop Local program. These flyers you will find at participating businesses. You'll be able to use that QR code, and you can get to a web page which will have all of the businesses participating listed. Now think outside the box this year when you're going shopping or when you're gift giving. It doesn't necessarily need to be a good, it could be a service or an experience to give to people. There's lots of different varieties of businesses who are participating this year, and all you needed to do to participate was contribute a raffle prize. So how to win those raffle prizes are these cards. So these cards are filled out by all of our people who are participating in the program. So you have $100 on each card. You go around to these participating businesses and they will stamp or they will hole punch this card. Once you've completed a full card, you then fill out the back of the card, which has your name, your email, your phone, so we can contact you. And then this becomes your raffle ticket to win prizes, upwards of $2,500 in prizes, to all of these different participating businesses. So really just a way to appreciate people who are participating in the program, and it gives a little bit of an extra shout out to those businesses who participated in the program. So once you're done with these cards, make sure you fill them out, and then you can return them to any of your chamber offices. So here at the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber, right on our front porch, you'll find this flyer to our mailbox, and you can pop your cards right in there. Every card you submit is a raffle entry. So no matter how many of these you fill out, it could be 1, it could be 5, it could be 500. However much you're spending locally, drop the card in, and then you'll go ahead and you'll be entered to win some prizes. We will make that announcement middle of January. So we have 2 months of this program, which is exciting because then all of the dollars that are spent just continuously add up. This year, our goal is to track $250,000 spent locally this holiday season. So let's cross our fingers. Everybody participates, everybody plays in the game, and we're able to contribute that much money back into our community, which is very exciting. So look for these flyers, Holiday Shop Local. Ask your chambers any questions, Elise at the Greater Claremont Chamber, Shannon at the Newport Area Chamber, or myself, Ashley, here at the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber. And anytime you see these posters, talk to the people who are there, the businesses. Let them know that you support them, you appreciate them, and you understand the importance of shopping local. It's very, very important this time of year, but it's really important all year round. So hopefully we'll see you out on the streets in our Main Street communities, shopping local, supporting local, and spreading some holiday cheer.
Thank you, Ashley. I just want to remind you that when you go to your computer to make an online purchase, ask yourself if you can get it locally first. Just saying. When we return, we'll have the third of 3 videos about local food sustainability, this one looking at young fishermen and their challenges. Please stay tuned here on Yankee Chronicle for these words from another one of the businesses that make this show possible.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. For the last 3 weeks, we have been featuring a series produced by the Kearsarge Food Hub, looking at a local food production and sustainability effort. This week, they visited with young fishermen.
We are at Sweet Beet Market and Cafe. You might know the Market and Cafe for our delicious products, but we are part of the Kearsarge Food Hub. We focused on these nonprofit food hubs working in the middle of the food supply chain to help support farmers with fair prices and selling their products, marketing their products, while also supporting consumers on the other end of that food supply chain, helping products to be available, to be affordable. And this work is done in many interesting, innovative, and creative ways. And that is what the videos and stories of Love Local are all about. Not many people know this, but 85 to 90% of the seafood we consume here in New England is imported from far away. New England Young Fishermen's Alliance started in 2022 to provide support to small and medium-sized fisher folks on our working waterfront, and they provide that support in a lot of dynamic ways. So learn more in this video.
I'm Andrea Tomlinson. I am the Executive Director and founder of the New England Young Fishermen's Alliance. We are a 501c3 tax-exempt organization incorporated in the state of New Hampshire in February of 2022. We want to become the go-to Northern New England unified umbrella for young fishermen and women 45 and under who are looking for ways to succeed in their future to become successful small boat owner-operators in the commercial fishing industry. There's a lot of correlations between the struggles that young farmers have today and young fishermen and women. Fishing requires a lot of manual labor. It's hard hours. It's an undeterminate amount of time that you're going to work, and it's an undeterminate amount of money that you're going to make. We've really seen a huge decline in workforce. In New Hampshire alone, when I first started working with commercial fishermen, we had at least 90 on our short little 15-mile coastline shorelines. We had at least 90 fishermen fishing for fish, and now we have 4. I'm really focused on small and medium-sized boat stakeholders, and those are the ones we've seen decline dramatically. The catch share system was implemented about 14 years ago, and it radically changed how young fishermen and women could get into the industry. Basically privatized, unfortunately, put a set quota on each species of fish. Permits started to get consolidated, and large corporate conglomerate organizations were able to purchase those permits. It was a pay-to-play type of situation. So it's a lack of access because of the capital requirement a young person needs to get into a boat with a permit. We're looking at like $450,000 minimum for a young person to buy a boat, buy a permit that has any type of viability in being able to make an annual living from. You've got the cost of your equipment, you've got your mooring costs, you've got your employment costs. So access is really limited due to the amount of capital that is required. The industry is incredibly regulated and highly supervised, so that is a real turnoff for a lot of Gen Z and young millennials. We do need regulation, and we do very much need our commercial fisheries to be watched over and regulated, but what we would really like to see is better science. We would like to see more industry-based data incorporated into the stock assessments and the regulations, management, and policy of the commercial fishing industry to make it a little bit more of a fair playing field. So one of the primary reasons that we started New England Young Fishermen's Alliance was to bring light to that fact and do something about it. Our biggest program right now is our Deckhand to Captain training program. We're in our 3rd year. We train seasoned deckhands or sternmen how to become a successful owner-operator of their own business. That involves business management, marketing development, understanding rules and regulations, public speaking training, collaborative research opportunities, and how to advocate for your industry. Just to synopsize that 20-week-long 9-month course. We do 6 trainees a year. We're hoping to get 9 next year. We have funding to take 9 people.
I found this class at a Coast Guard safety training. I met Andrea, and she told me I'd be a good fit.
I went to the Fisherman's Forum in Rockport, and she had a New England Young Fishermen's Alliance stand there, and here I am a month later sitting on this desk and starting this journey. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of positives.
This is an integral part of our food security as well.
85% of seafood in the United States is imported from other countries that don't have to play by the regulations that we do.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that if you buy local, you're also backing the regulations that provide sustainability.
The hard cold facts are this: of that 85% of the seafood that we're consuming imported, 1 to 3% of that is inspected as it comes into our country. Something called IUU, illegal, uninspected, and unregulated seafood. That is coming in to the United States by the hundreds of thousands of pounds daily. So you don't know where that fish is coming from. You may think you know where it's coming from the label, but oftentimes it's mislabeled, and then you don't know anything about the practices that are being implemented on that vessel or the practices that are being implemented on that fish farm. Just be really aware of what your local seafood is and try your best to support local. When you're supporting a local fisherman or woman, you are not just supporting that person. You are supporting the entire working waterfront community.
All that seafood that is being harvested around here, it's part of that character, part of that heritage that gets transferred from generation to generation. It's a way to recognize, the local character of any place that you go to is pretty much related to the local jobs and industries that are involved. We are representing a part of it here.
It's like farming. Farming and fishing are 2 agricultural pillars. Gotta keep them around for a while, or we're not gonna have any food.
I myself am a huge proponent of local food. Eating local is supporting your local community. It's supporting your local food harvesters and food growers. If they feel supported, and if your economy is supported, and you're supporting your heritage and culture, what could be better? It's a safer bet. You're supporting your local harvester, you're supporting your local community by eating local. Are there any other questions? Seriously, why would you not eat local?
Buy local seafood.
Buy fresh, buy local.
That's right.
And you can learn more about our work at the Kearsarge Food Hub and find these videos at kearsargefoodhub.org. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We continue this local food and regional food system education through those channels all year long. So I really hope that you tune in and join us.
If you have any questions about local food issues, you can find a panel discussion produced by the Kearsarge Food Hub on our website, ycnnow.com. Coming up next week, our Yankee Chronicle will step aside to offer you the first Thursday and Friday of the month's edition of Cougar Chronicle. The December edition features Patrick McGowan, a school board member, and a member of the committee looking at all of the buildings and their needs in this district. Stephanie Laurendeau, the Bradford Elementary School nurse, talking about flu season. And Michael Bassett with his monthly reflection on the state of education. And we'll close with John Fortney to hear about the process to cancel school in inclement weather. Tune in to YCN's live Game of the Week next Friday at 4:53 as both the Sunapee boys and girls basketball team host Hollis. Game of the Weeks can be viewed on TDS channels 13 and 1013, Comcast 8, Roku, Apple TV, and for those that don't have cable, our YCNnow.com website on demand anytime. Check out our schedule of all of our upcoming games. Next week, join our own Laura James at this time for another December edition of Cougar Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. I wish you a wonderful and joyful Thanksgiving.